Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I am Roger Wakefield. Welcome to a new Friday.
That is it. Friday Eve, 4th of July weekend ahead.
Not a bad deal.
It's not here yet, though, guys. We still have the rest of today.
We still got the day to get through safely.
That's it.
So we do this every day. We come in here and we talk the trades. Neat thing about it is, man, we do this for y'all. We get to do a little bit of research because we think that if you're in the trades industry, no matter which part, if you'll study your niche, your profession, your industry, you can move up to be in the top 5% of it. So we decided that we would help y'all put great content together, put it out there, try to make it fun, talking trash sometimes. There's a lot of different things that we get to do. But I just want to say, man, we're glad you're here. If you've been here before, welcome back. If it's your first time here and you've got questions or anything, please drop a chat, put it in there. And see, Kevin Hawthorne's back, man. I thought we had made him mad.
On top of it.
Man, I thought we had made him mad because the other day I was able to make the first post, and then I think you did yesterday, and yesterday he didn't even get in. He's like, you know what, I'm done with y'all.
He made that before I even got to leave this room. I was like, all right, he is on it this morning, ready to
Look
go.
at you
Good
go.
morning.
Kevin, good to see you in here, brother. Good morning to you.
Yep.
And of course, Squirt jumps in, says, good morning, y'all. Happy 4th of July weekend ahead. It is here.
That's it.
Cool deal. So we love what we get to do. It's actually a lot of fun. But we get to do this because of what we started doing on YouTube. And if YouTube is something you think you'd be interested in doing, I created a free webinar just to try to teach people, look, get that stuff out of your mind. YouTube's not the problem. It's the voice in your head telling you that YouTube won't work for you. Because to be honest, it does. It worked for me. It worked great. And if it's something that you would like to try, or at least think about, I made the webinar. Go check it out. Go to www.justmetroger.com and then come back in here and let me know what you think. YouTube helps us do what we do. So I want to be able to help you. And if you'd like to learn more about LeakPro is our sponsor. And Squirt, tell them about LeakPro because you've been training this week.
I was going to say, I am Henry Wakefield, 20-year pipe fitter by trade, whole family of plumbers. Now I run LeakPro, and I get to do leak detection. I build the equipment, and I get to train people how to do it, run them through the process. I've got a slab out here that I can do training with you on. And I'll run you through about 30 to 50 leaks in 2 days that we'll run through, and you will dial in what you are looking for whenever you go in to do leak detection. So if you want to check out the equipment, visit www.leak-pro.com. You can book me for a Zoom call there also. We can sit down and talk on camera back and forth if you want, talk through anything. But also you can just give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. And I'd be happy to discuss the equipment or the training with you and how we can add leak detection to your list of services.
You know, I was trying to find it on Instagram, and I guess since it's my channel, it won't let me find it.
Real quick call.
I will hit this right here and this right here. It says, Mr. Miyagi of Plumbing and Squirt. What's up, brothers? Hope you're ready to have a wonderful 4th of July. Saw your video yesterday. It was awesome. Tell me about that LeakPro. Gotta love it. Go LeakPro.
That's it. Oh, it said it was gone, then it said it was gone. So no telling.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to try something crazy.
No.
It'll boot it out. Well, it doesn't matter. It's not going anyway. Colton, will you find out if Instagram's going or not?
Yesterday, it looked like it was froze yesterday, but then when he checked it 2 minutes later, everything was running smooth, so I'm not going to close nothing.
And Matt says at some point might be coming to Lancaster, Texas. Hopefully we'll be able to visit you. Not very far from where we're at, kind of the south side of town, but we're not far from it.
That's it.
So we're going to jump into the national news. Now, we talk about national news every day because that, man, covers all of us. There's new federal funding announced for infrastructure resilience. $1 billion allocated by the federal government to enhance infrastructure resilience nationwide, focus on bridge repairs, electric grid reinforcement. We need a lot of that in Texas, and flood control. So there's money going in all kinds of different pots, pies, kettles, whatever you want to call it. There's immediate opportunities for construction trades across multiple regions. Anticipated creation of thousands of construction jobs in Q3 and Q4. And guys, if the jobs are in Q3 and Q4, you better be bidding them now. Actually, we're in Q3 now.
Q3
We started 3 days ago.
Q3 started.
Priority areas include hurricane-prone states like Florida, Texas, and Louisiana. Emphasis on sustainable building practices and resilient designs. Guys, there's a lot going on. And I'm gonna try to do something here. There we go. That's a little better. There's a lot going on, and you look at all the money that the federal government is putting into these projects, and here's the deal: the federal government's going to spend this money. You might as well be the one they spend it with. If you'll go out and get set up and try to put yourself in a position where you can win some of this or collaborate with somebody else when they win it, it can be very good for you. So something to think about.
Yeah, and like if you're somebody small and the bids have already gone out and people have already been awarded, you might be able to reach out to that company and sub a little piece out
You bet.
for yourself for a smaller company. That's just team up, man. That's how we knock out major projects.
And we
even big projects, sometimes it takes multiple of every trade to actually get the job done because of how much manpower it requires for a humongous building.
You know, Randy, and the thing is, we know that. I mean, we know that we can get the work. We know the work's out there, but we know that labor shortage is the biggest problem we're all facing. So if you are not super busy or you're like, you know what, we could take on some extra work, and you collaborate, you team up with somebody else, you JV, and say, look, we'd like to work with y'all on this. And they say, hey, look, if you got 10 guys you can free up, and maybe not even free up all the time.
Yeah.
But hey, if you got 10 guys that we can schedule in here on a normal basis, we may bring you in later. We may cut you first. But if you could have 10 guys working for about 10 or 20 weeks, what would that do to you if you're making profit on it?
That's it. Because most mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, the labor curve of a job goes up and then it comes down.
Yeah.
So that up, guess what? That
They
is the
need people
perfect
bad.
time that they'll bring in some other contractors to help with those small pieces because they just need more men on the job. And we all do. Reach out to some others and team up together to get these jobs knocked out and done.
All right, website review. Now we're going to talk about ProTradeCraft.com. It's a comprehensive free resource dedicated exclusively to practical trade skill education. They got a rich library of instructional videos and articles covering carpentry, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, roofing, and even more. They have step-by-step tutorials provided by veteran tradespeople emphasizing real-world application. Now, they do regular updates on new methods, materials, and code changes. Squirt, why'd you pick this one?
So I like videos. I like to learn from videos, especially when it's detailed and explained well. I came to the animations page, and this for those visually stunning walkthrough guides. So you can see every part and piece of the framing of the subfloor, and it's going to break all the layers apart and stuff. They have a lot of animations in here that you can learn a lot from because of the time and effort they actually put into building some of these. But what really intrigued me this morning.
Here he goes.
Oh man, hold on. Let me go back to the home.
Okay,
page.
while he's looking for it, what I liked about it, detailed walkthroughs on safety, installing, flashing windows and doors. Excellent resource for apprentices seeking additional practice and experienced trade people's refreshing skills. Makes it nice. It's community-driven feedback, ensures practical relevance, and high instructional value. You can learn a lot over here.
That's it. Future is here, guys. Tools, okay, and it does YouTube picks is where this one was, and I was watching this morning, but he's got an exosuit built in. It's an air compressor, and when you're doing overhead work, it holds your arms up for you. It holds the weight. He was holding a 2x6x12, and he's like, look, I'm just balancing it in my hands, really. The equipment that I'm wearing is supporting it and helping assist in this. And I was just like, guys, it's here. And this is DFW Crown Molding in Dallas, Texas that did this. So a local guy. It's a pretty cool little video watching and just thinking of the different things that we're going to have to assist us in operations.
Hand me your credit card.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to buy one.
Are you sure?
Don't hand me your credit card because I'm sure you've already got it pulled up. You're trying to justify
I
it.
ordered 3 this morning. I'm sorry.
Should have asked a little earlier, Dad. Sorry.
Missed that boat. It's sailed. But like, we talk about all the robot, all the things that's coming, AI, all these different things. This is something different that wasn't in my thoughts really. An exosuit that's going to help you lift the weight. I've seen the ones that help you hold the tools, things like that. Really cool. This is even better to help save that back, do things like that. It doesn't work when you're low, but once it gets to a certain height, it activates, and it's pretty freaking cool.
It is neat. And I see that we're getting some comments. Guys, we can't really see and read the comments over in Instagram. If you will, jump over to YouTube, go to the Trade Talks Live. After you hit subscribe, ring the bell. That way you get notified. But when you put your comment in, do me a favor and say, hey, whatever your question is. But also let us know where you came from. Love to hear that.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say, you can actually stop it.
Okay, cool. I wanted to jump over here. Government. Yeah, you're
Click. I was just going to drop. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, Matt, we are not far from there. Matt says government jobs are very well paid. I've been lucky to get on jobs. Have a helper got paid very well too. Yes, the Bacon.
Maybe no.
Davis Bacon.
Davis Bacon. Yeah.
Law on how much people get paid. Yeah, I've worked on jobs where I got like a $5 an hour raise. Denver Trial Boy says, hey, Roger's starting to think union is not worth it. Been laid off for 2 months now. Been on unemployment. Union isn't all what people think it is. You know, in Denver, I'm going to tell you, it's different in different places. It was great for Randy here in Dallas. It was really good. It was good for me as an instructor. It was good for me as a superintendent, but it wasn't good for me as a company owner. I think Local 100 didn't really care if they had me in the union or not as an owner. Yep. And that part wasn't good. So I got back out. But I think people that want to get in the union, want to learn and want to grow, it's just like anything else. You've got to come in. You've got to be one of the hardest working people, one of the most astute students. You've got to study. You've got to learn. You've got to want to be the very best. And I think at the end of the day, that's the people that come in and that they excel. Now, don't get me wrong, that there's a lot of just hands, and I don't mean that bad because we need them. It's a great thing to be. So it's different for everybody, but you know, you've at least been in and tried it. I give you credit for that. Yep. A lot of people talk bad about the union, Denver, and they've never been in it. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it from you because I've been both sides. Yeah. So it can be good. And Matt says, Denver, I know how you feel. Sometimes you have to branch out for other work opportunities. Absolutely. You have to keep in mind, you are your own job security. Very well put, brother. Yes. Yeah. And Denver, look, I'm not saying I agree with you or disagree with you. Yep. I don't know the whole story, but it's different for everybody. I think the union's great for some people. It keeps people working that would get fired open job.
Yeah. Like I had a good buddy of mine that was going through school with me and everything. He got laid off a lot. And then I got stuck on a job with him and he's like, dude, look, like if I got to keep competing with guys that work like you, I don't want to work that hard. I don't want to be the best. And it's like, well, then it might not be the place for you. Like you are going to be laid off if you're not trying to get in there and work, and not to knock anybody or anything. We're all different. We're all built different. Our mindsets work different. And that's something I explain to a lot of people in apprentices. It's like, look, don't compare me to the others necessarily. I'm different. I know that. I get that. But if you're going to be that hand, try to keep moving forward. And the best thing to do is to put in the most professional looking installation you possibly can.
Every day.
Because then even if your productivity is not as high, if nobody has to come behind you, they are not going to let you leave a job.
Yep.
So keep those in mind for sure.
All right, let's roll over into business growth. Maximizing profits with strategic customer segmentation. Now, The importance of identifying and focusing on high value customer segments is big, guys. You've got to understand, where do you make your money? How do you make your money? Real world example, HVAC company increased profits by 25% after segmenting out the residential versus commercial clients. You've got to understand, where do you make your bread? Techniques for segmenting customers effectively, either geographically, demographically, or the service type. And if you can tailor your marketing strategies and services to target your segments,
that's the key.
It's
to
huge.
It.
Yeah, you're talking to the right people at the right time, saying the right thing.
That's it. You don't want to talk commercial to that residential neighborhood.
They don't care.
They could care less at what your advertisement said.
Matter of fact, they do care, because you're telling them you do commercial work. They're like, well, I'm a house, so they're not my company.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's why it's really important to do this and actually pay attention to it for your marketing strategy, because guess what? Half of your marketing isn't working. You're just not sure which half.
Yeah.
If you're doing things like this, you're going to set yourself up for more success on the entry side of it by actually breaking down the areas and the spaces. Let's run commercial in the commercial areas of our town. Let's run the residential in all the residential locations of our town. That's going to boost calls even more.
And good marketing companies know which should go where.
Yep.
But the benefits include improved customer satisfaction, loyalty, and higher profit margins. The customer satisfaction is the biggest part, because if you can get your customers to write 5-star reviews like you should be asking them to do from the moment you walk in their house, you're going to be doing pretty good. Now, data analysis shows that there's tools and software recommendations for effective segmentation. Guys, run all your stuff through a CRM. Well, we use Go High Level. You want to find out more about it, go check out RogersMarketingMachine.com. But the thing is, look at your advertising. Randy says, hey, 50% of it's working. We just don't know what 50%. Learn how to figure out what 50%. Because then you take that other 50%, you modify it, you tweak it, you change it, or you trash it.
So
it works. Service work. Streamlining your field communications for enhanced customer service. Sounds like we're on a topic today. Customer service.
We're on a roll.
It makes the phone ring.
That's it. The key to a great business, and it's something that I hear a lot on the phone, because I return calls pretty quick. And they're like, oh my gosh, just to know that you reached out that quick, that speaks a lot about the company that you work at, that what you're dealing with, because you really want to help the customers. And people see that. That keeps that phone ringing. That's what we want for everybody in the trades.
And all that is clear communication.
So
it's clear, it's timely between field techs, customers, whoever it is. Everybody needs to be talking to the customer as quick as possible. And utilizing mobile technology solutions, there's a lot of them out there that do a lot of different things, that it makes it easy. And one thing I like about our Go High Level that we use is we can text them, we can call them, we can email them, and we document it all through there. There's a plumbing company that reduced customer callbacks by 30% just by doing real-time updates. And, I tell the story a lot about having a problem with a customer, or not a problem, problems at a customer's house. And when I reached out to the customer, he's like, dude, your whole team has stayed in touch with us. And they were happy. They're like, look, we're good. And, when you take a cost of a job and realize that cost has probably doubled by now, and they're like, look, we're fine. Y'all kept going deeper. You kept finding more things, and we want it fixed, so we're good. But you train your field staff to proactively communicate any delays or any additional work or any additional cost. And the benefits of transparency and increasing your customer trust and satisfaction is going to go through the roof. Because remember, you told this customer in the beginning, I'm going to give you 5-star service. But for that, I'm going to expect a 5-star review. Are you good with that? And just ask them from the get-go. That way, when you're done, and even before you leave, then you say, oh, by the way, if along the way I haven't given you 5-star service, or you think what I'm doing is not, will you just please say, hey, for 5-star service, I really figured your mess would be cleaned up a little more. You know what? You're right. I've been
point.
focusing on the problem, but you know what? You're 100% right. If they will take time to tell you that, they'll take time to write that review.
Yep.
And there's strategies for effectively handling customer feedback and complaints on site. And those strategies are basically communication.
That's it. And run through some of the test situations. Act it out in the office.
Role play.
Role play. Close your door. Hey, you need to knock on my door. Like, I'm the customer you're coming to. And let's have a talk real quick. And start chewing their butts. See how they deal with it. Put them in that spot, that sticky situation, and see how they react. Because the more you actually do that role play with them, the better they're going to get at their response, because it's something that they actually experienced. And it's like, oh, okay, well, hold on. I've learned the right way to deal with this. Let me let you know that I hear what you're saying. Let me see what I can do to fix that, to make you feel better and get closer to that 5-star that we asked for at the beginning. Clear communication is the key to all of this, though.
You know, and guys, it works.
Yep.
If you'll take the time to communicate with your people, your customers, it works. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want systems and processes that work. All right, MET, material, equipment, and tools. Now, this is one we get on a lot. Cordless power tool advances are revolutionizing job sites. Now, Squirt and I both been on job sites where there'd be 500 cords rolled out.
Always.
Every trade's got 10 crews with 5 cords.
Yep. Because I could not have one cord. No, that was not enough. No way. I worked multiple areas in my one space. Had grinders all over. Multiple people that needed to be grinding at the same time. It takes 5 cords.
How many different length cords did you have too?
Multiples.
Yeah. You want hundreds, you
Multiples.
want 50s, you want 25s.
Yep. That's it. If you can split, great. Use that long cord to get you to the area. Split. Use the short ones for
And
the
when you're
space.
using that long cord to get you to an area, it's a heavier cord.
Yes, it is.
It may be a 12 gauge because then you can plug 3 14s into it and say, hey, we're going to be good.
We are fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the latest development in cordless power tools are improving job site safety and efficiency. I mean, efficiency. Well, let's talk safety first. You're not dragging cords through the metal track, okay? Because if you do go through the metal track, you're supposed to put in a 2x4. That way it goes over it. That way, because when people walk through, guess where they step? On your cord.
Yep.
And if it's on that metal track, it'll cut it. And if they're holding on to it, it can shock the heck out of them.
Yep.
But efficiency, how long does it take you to lay out cords, move cords, roll cords back up? Every week, over and over and over again.
That's it. A lot of jobs I was on, you wanted it overhead so you could move around your area easily. So you were tying it up with danger tape, caution tape, all this stuff so that you could peel it away. It's got a breakaway. You know how much time that takes?
You bet.
A whole lot more than popping a battery in and plugging in that charger over wherever the power actually is. Love that.
I got to tell you, look, we love Milwaukee's MX Fuel stuff. And I mean, how many Milwaukee tools out there do we have that run on batteries?
A lot.
I mean,
All of them.
we couldn't even count them all.
I was going to say, I don't even know if I have one that plugs in anymore.
You know, I used to have a Portaband, but I don't think I do anymore.
You don't?
I think
No, you don't?
I think it's gone. But guys, look, trades are benefiting significantly, and not just plumbers, which are the best.
Yeah.
What? Whoa.
Sure.
Whoa.
It's Friday Eve, baby.
Let me ask
the
you.
fitters got it.
Let me ask you this: do you have any grinders that still have cords? You
Yeah.
probably do.
Oh, yeah.
Do
yeah.
you have any battery operated grinders?
No. One, maybe. We may have one out here, actually. I don't think we do, though, actually.
Next on the
May
list.
have to get one,
I
yeah.
know. Just to have.
Well, and I want to have one. Like, I have thought about getting one here recently. It's actually has crossed my mind to do some things. But because I want to see how a battery holds up in
Right.
comparison to a corded.
No, I get it.
Because I would have different powered grinders, too, and sizes and things. Because I needed that extra torque sometimes.
It's not just plumbing, though, guys. The electricians, plumbers, carpenters, HVAC technicians, sheetrockers.
And it's not just small tools.
No, God, no. No, we're our massive power vise now, battery operated.
That's it. Big old
And it
thread
does a
machine,
heck of
baby.
a job.
Woo! quick, easy.
It is great. And it's easy to pick up and load around and move around.
That's it.
It's easy to put in and out of a van all by yourself.
Yeah. Battery operated tools are advancing so nicely and they last so much longer. The batteries, I use all battery powered weed eaters, blowers, all that. It's all Milwaukee. The batteries last me plenty of time. Takes me like 2, but I have a lot of property. I go out there and I weed eat for 2 hours. Takes me 2 battery charges. Keeps me going for about an hour, I feel like. That's a lot of weed eating out here because I don't stop. So
and look, some of these companies are actually getting rough ends and things like that done 20% faster due to cordless technology. And talk about a plumber out doing a rough end. A lot of times there's not a power box out there yet.
That's it.
You've got your batter
gotta
boards.
wait.
So you got to pull everything off your batter boards. And if you've got that cordless, whatever it is, can help you get your stuff done faster. It really is nice to have. But cordless versus traditional power tool performance and costs, guys, the costs are coming down. The batteries are getting better and the performance is getting better. And if you're not maintaining your batteries right, you're not optimizing your tool longevity. I love walking in these job sites or vans or even offices where you walk in and they've got a battery wall.
I've got a battery box out there.
Coolest van, you open it, you open up, the top shelf of mine.
That's what
it's
it is.
Chargers.
That's what we have.
But on the back of a van, saw the guy opened it up and one side is just battery packs. And he's got it tied into an inverter. And it's like, man, I love that.
That's good.
Drive down the road, charge your batteries. You get the next job, they're good to go.
Add a little solar panel and boom, it's free charging.
Absolutely. And I'm looking at that too.
Yeah.
Looking at that too.
Everybody, we would like to stop and thank Leak Pro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And I always suggest checking out the complete kit because it comes with both devices. I build a probe
that he happens to have in here. Oh, look at him.
that I happen to put in here this morning. Now, it's T-handle style, guys. It's solid block of aluminum here up top. Stainless steel rod. Super durable for probing in and out of the ground. This is the one we really prefer for that meter to the home service, for any irrigation lines.
Out in the yard,
like
you
that.
bet.
That's what this one's for. It's solid. That's what it's built for. We've also got the Sidekick there, pistol grip style. All of these, it's push button activation. It's not on until you actually push the button. Now the Sidekick, that one has an aluminum rod. That aluminum, it's a less dense metal, so it's enhances the sound even more. That's the one we prefer whenever we're listening through a slab because it kind of eliminates that layer of concrete. So I always suggest checking out the complete kit at www.leak-pro.com. But also, if you're not familiar with how to do leak detection, come spend a couple days with me. I do a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas. I will run you through that process so many times in 2 days. You're going to be excited to go out and do a leak detection. That's what most people, whenever I bring them in here after the 2 days, they're just like, I'm just ready to go out and do it next week.
You're going to be confident.
They're already booking me. I'm so excited. And I love that. So give me a call. Let's talk about how we can add this to your business. Give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. I'd be happy to discuss the equipment or the training with you.
And, you learn how to use this equipment. That's what it is. You're confident. You walk out, you've got calls booked, and you get it done. And if you're a manager, an owner, we'll teach you how to market your company and make your phone ring for that. And it's a good thing to do. Now, if you want to learn to do what I do, what I started doing, what we both do now, I literally started doing YouTube and it blew my company up, but it started making the phone ring. It literally, when it did that, it was crazy. So if this is something you'd like to do, you'd like to take marketing back in your own hands by learning how to do videos like we do, go to www.justmetroger.com. Love to hear what you think about it. And all that is, it's a free webinar. It teaches you the misconceptions in your mind. YouTube's not the problem. It's the voices in your head telling you it won't work for you. because I've proven that it will. So go check it out, www.justmetroger.com. Okay, MEP. Now, MEP was a word that, to be honest, when I got in the union, I didn't even know what it was. It's just, I did plumbing.
Yep.
And then they're like, well, this is an MEP meeting. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm out of here. And they're like, whoa, where are you going? MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. And this is innovations in energy efficient HVAC systems. Now, I'm a plumber, but I'm also a certified HVAC tech. Randy, how much HVAC work have you ever seen me done? Yeah, because I've never done any.
I was going to say, none.
Except for chill water, heating water.
Well, yeah.
See? That's how I
Correct.
got my license.
And
That's how I got
that's
signed
how
off.
I'm an HVAC guy.
bet.
Now, I do not consider myself an HVAC guy.
Me either.
But if we're
I
talking-
very seldom mention it.
That's it. But when we talk the piping side of HVAC,
can both do
hey,
it.
I am your guy.
Yep.
I got you. Let's
Yep.
do it.
Okay, so there's a lot of advancements in recent energy-saving HVAC technology. Variable refrigerant flow, VRF systems, and smart thermostat integration. Now, and it's funny because, when most people think thermostats, they think of what's on the wall at home.
Yep.
But in HVAC, there's a lot of thermostats.
There's a lot of thermostats.
You got thermostats in water piping. I mean, you got
pressure,
all kinds of
temperature
stuff.
sensors.
Yes.
You've got so many different devices that read so much data across the whole system. And guys, nowadays there's AI, so you don't even have to have a person down there monitoring all that. You can have it all automated so that it actually adjusts the system as it's needed for, if you're in Texas, for our 50-degree swings that we could have in a day. It happens sometimes. If you have a system that automatically changes everything accordingly, it's the most efficient that it can be. And that's the key. That's where we're headed. And there's more smart devices coming out all the time.
I love that. And, these aren't just in there so the computer knows if everything's working. That's part of it. Because when it's not working, it can tell it, say, hey, we've got temperature problems here. But a commercial building in Denver reduced energy costs by 35%. Imagine taking your $1,000 a month electric bill for a building and reducing that to $650. Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Installation considerations and maintenance best practices are get it installed. Okay. Check and see what your system's compatible with, what will work. And then is there anything you need to do to take care of it? Normally, change the batteries.
Yeah. Look at the cost of what it would take to retrofit an old system to this, to add some of these new devices that have come out that may need to be added. Mm-hmm. See what it's going to save you in the long run. Sell that savings to your customer, to who wants it, to who can use it. It's going to benefit them in the long run. And that's what we're here to try to do. Make the world a better place, save everybody, save energy, make things more efficient. And that's what these devices are actually out there doing.
And there's a lot of training out there. Getting all the different certifications that you can. Squirt and I talk about these IoTs, the Internet of Things. Whole house communication.
Yep.
I mean, if you can be the guy that walks in and says, look, I understand whole house automation. I understand how the water heater can tie to the thermostat, can tie to the smart hub, can tie to the refrigerator, can tie to the television, to the washer, to the dryer. Guys, it all ties together. And the cool thing is you get in, you be that guy that knows how to make it talk to each other and do different things. I've still got a washer and dryer that don't talk to me on my phone. I mean, it doesn't. And I've tried hooking up the Wi-Fi. I mean, I've tried a million things. But all this training and certification is out there for certified HVAC technicians. So if you are one, think about what you could do, what you could learn. Because the future market trends are indicating significant growth potential. Guys, this stuff isn't just coming in. It's not like it's a Timex watch. Yeah, just buy it, try it, and then when it quits working, just throw it away. Guys, this is the future. And you said yesterday, look, the future's here.
It is.
Other than the Jetsons flying cars, we're pretty daggum close.
We're turning ourselves into robots.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to lift more weight and keep our arms up for longer periods of time, You know why? Because it sucks when you're that guy and you've got to keep your hands up here. Like I was thinking about,
And all
I
of a
was
sudden
going,
you're shaking. You're like,
I know.
You're like, y'all better hurry.
well, there's a lot of times I'm thinking about fitting something, and it's like, oh my gosh, those times where it's like, hey, apprentice, come grab my arm and just give me some extra
Yep.
leverage there because I'm
need to
starting
let go
wear
for
out.
1
like,
minute.
Like
I
I,
need-
just need to relax just for a second. That's what this does automatically.
Those cramps hurt.
You know, that's it. Like,
They do.
but when you're stuck in that spot waiting for, and you've got it fit just right, you're waiting on that welder to get in a position to get over to the other side. You need that extra moment. We're coming out with devices to do this now, so it doesn't actually take another man on the job, which helps fix this deficit a little bit. And that's why a lot of these things are coming out, and that's why we need to start embracing them and using them so that we can be more productive, knock out more things on our own.
You know,
helps.
guys, I'm not trying to invite all y'all to Texas. I want y'all to know that before I start this next thing, because I don't know.
Hey.
We keep telling y'all this is where the work is. Come on. But you know what? Seriously, if you're thinking about moving from California to Texas, Oklahoma's cheaper.
It is.
They got good hamburgers up there too.
I know,
Good hamburgers.
but I'd rather send them for some really good tacos.
Suerte.
I was
Just
talking about
saying.
that this week. I said every time the city comes up, we end up on tacos.
Boy, that's
It's
the
just,
truth.
you know, that's how it goes here.
It's that's how you spell tacos. AUSTIN.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's it.
argue with me.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't. Like,
I'm just telling you.
I was telling, whenever they knew that I'd drive 7 hours back and forth to go eat tacos for lunch.
Yeah.
And bring a plate home to heat up for breakfast the next day.
Or dinner.
They're like, are you
Oh, can
crazy?
you
And it's
imagine
like,
those tacos with,
No,
with scrambled eggs, with cheese?
I ain't done them up.
I know,
I haven't
me
thought
either.
about doing them up. Ooh,
Me either.
May need an
Until
extra
you said
plate
with
to
breakfast,
go.
and that's
Yeah,
what
I know.
went through
It's
my
like,
mind real
ooh.
quick.
That
Okay,
is
so
good.
Eduardo Molina says, I'm from Georgia. About how much should a journeyman with MedGas installer certificate be making on an hourly rate? And Eduardo, all I can tell you is that it varies all across the country. I know in Texas there for a while, the union, if you got your MedGas, they would give you like $1 an hour more. Some of the companies would. So it's not always a lot, but if you're like a MedGas master plumber, and you can get out and run those jobs, you can make quite a bit more money. Because MedGas is a different world, and most people know that. So I'll just tell you, it's different around the country. Take what you're making. You could possibly make up to 5% more, 10% more. It depends on how bad they need you.
Yep.
So that's really the way I would look at it. If I'm making $30 an hour and I get my MedGas and you want me to use it on a job, okay, I want 33 an hour. You want me to be the foreman or superintendent? I want 35. I want 38. I want 40. I mean, as a superintendent, as a superintendent, I was making $50 an hour. So you can do what you want to do with it.
That's it. And then, like, also, it's like, how much MedGas jobs are you actually working on, too?
Yep.
Just curious. I'm not sure.
Yeah, or are you just
unknowing.
taking it to
Like,
have the license?
Yeah, like just having the certificate and not actually going and working on hospitals and doing the
Not needing it, not
MedGas
using it.
installations. That's a little different, and that'll affect it, too.
All right. So there's a construction boom down in Austin, Texas.
Austin,
I
Texas.
know. And look, I love Austin, guys. I just don't want all y'all to move down there. I don't mean it bad. Traffic sucks down there anyways. It's horrible. But anyway, there's a boom down there. And of
tech
course it's
industry,
Austin, so it's driven by the tech industry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Surge in construction due to tech companies like Tesla, Google, and Apple.
And Dell, Michael Dell's still down there. He owns half of Austin.
I love Texas.
Me too.
And you know they're all expanding their operations down there.
I don't want all them to love Texas. If everybody moves to Texas, you know what?
I know everybody that does come, they actually do love it.
I know. They come to visit.
They come to visit.
And they're like, oh, I ain't going back.
And then,
It's like, no,
yeah,
really go.
They
They're
don't
like,
really
"Mm-mm."
want to.
The tacos suck. That's what we got to.
Oh.
We got to get good at telling that story.
Oh, okay.
Look at the camera and tell them the tacos in Austin at Suerte suck.
The tacos in Austin at Suerte are the most succulent tacos you'll find.
got it
wait.
wrong.
Oh, my bad. My
Look,
bad, my
don't
bad.
be telling people that.
Sorry.
Don't
sorry.
be telling people that, y'all.
Guys, there's high
You gotta
demand
work with
trades
me.
down here. Okay, we can let some electricians have some tacos. Just a couple though. You better not buy them all. I
Dustin?
will be there to eat.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking for you if you do.
Plumbing, HVAC, and welding. And you know what you need for welding?
Oh God. Yeah, a stick and a rod, something like that.
Yeah, you need an apprentice to drag all that stuff for you.
Yeah, because he ain't doing it. Okay, so I'll tell you a quick joke. There's a plumber, an HVAC guy, and a welder walking down the sidewalk. And they're puppies.
Dogs. Yep.
Puppies. And there's a chain link fence. And on the other side of the chain link fence, they see a bone, a big, succulent, juicy bone. And the HVAC guy, he's like, you know what? I'm going to get that bone. The plumber and the welder look at him and said, how you going to do it? He says, well, I'm going to build a scaffold up. We're going to go across just like we do when we do duct. We're going to go across top of it and we're going to come back down and get to the bone. The plumber says, no, that's too hard. He says, let's just dig a hole. We'll go down, we'll tunnel over across it, and we'll come up right under it. That bone will drop right back down into our laps.
No, that's way too hard, y'all.
The welder says, He says, we're going to sit here and cry about it until somebody gets that bone for us.
Let's sit by this water cooler and cry. Somebody will bring me that bone.
They will bring it. Man, if you're a welder, I'm sorry, but try to argue with me.
Don't be a prima donna welder, okay?
I know. But guys, look, local regulations and incentives facilitating rapid construction. They're trying to push the permits through. They're trying to make things happen because they know this is going to help Austin grow. I wish they would work on this infrastructure more because the highways, Austin traffic, I used to love it because when I first moved there from Dallas in the 70s, as a kid, it's like, man, it doesn't take long to get anywhere.
Yep.
I lived there in the 80s. It's okay. There's a little bit of traffic, but it's doable. Wasn't as bad as Dallas. Now it's worse.
Yeah. Now sometimes you pay to go around it.
Yeah.
And come back up the other way.
Yeah. I'm in South Austin. I want to go to Southeast Austin. I'll drive west, north, east, down, and back around
And it's
maybe
faster.
get there quicker. It is what it is. But there are great opportunities here for subcontractors and skilled labor. Guys, look, the world's growing and we're getting busy. And this looks great for tradespeople looking to enter the Austin market.
Yep.
Whether you want to open your own business center, whether you just want to go and say, hey, man, Austin's a great place to live. I can't even lie about that. It's hard to lie about the tacos too, but the tacos suck.
Well, I was trying to say it, but I just can't.
Oh, man. I'm just telling you guys, look. It's a great
Wagyu,
place to live.
Confit brisket,
God,
right?
I know, I know.
Black magic oil. I was reading it yesterday.
If you ever do go, don't order the Suadero tacos. You'll never want to leave. That's being honest.
That's
Don't go, don't order them.
Yeah, because you'll get them. You'll do like
You'll be
we do.
stuck.
It'll
I
be
know.
the appetizer. It'll be the meal. It'll be the dessert.
Yes.
And you order more to go.
And they have pretty good margaritas too.
They do.
Just saying.
Okay.
Instructor training.
Instructor training.
Let's get on to next topic.
Enhancing apprenticeship programs through interactive simulations. It's something we were kind of going into earlier a little bit to role play with your guys at the company itself and stick them in some of those sticky situations. But the interactive simulations of putting them in that spot, that's one of the best ways for guys to learn. That's something like with speaking on stage, going to some of the conferences that you see, something that I always see is those people have to get up on the stage and do it. Be put on that spot, put into that situation, because that's how you get more comfortable. To get thrown in front of this camera day after day for an hour, you get more comfortable because you are actually in that simulated experience. And nowadays we can do a lot of simulations ourselves.
And it works. It really does. There's benefits.
There's a lot of benefits of integrating this into your apprenticeship training because they learn it quicker. They grasp the concept. And whenever you're actually sticking them in that space, virtual reality, augmented reality, all the things we talk and love, there's a lot of ways you can put them in those situations. Through software and programs, you can make them just walk through the guides, things like that. But some real world application, there were some electrical apprentices that increased the skill retention by 40% using virtual reality simulations. And one of my favorite VRs we talk about a lot is welding. Major reason, I went through the union and I was in there burning rod for 3.5 hours, one night a week, over and over. And guess what? So were 30 other guys.
Yeah.
That is a lot of rod. That's a lot of grinding disc. That's a lot of buffing wheels. It's a lot of consumables that you go through. Purge gas, all the things.
And just the electricity to run 30 freaking welding machines.
That's it. And then you got to sit back there and take a night off so we can cut coupons so everybody has something to actually weld. Virtual, there's no prep. Let's push a button. Let's reset. Let's restart this simulation. Let me restart back at getting it fit up and ready. It's a quick reset. You can learn so much faster that way, and you will be able to pass that certification that much quicker. And it doesn't cost near as much because just the price of the VR, I guarantee you're going to burn more consumables in a year.
And look, if you're an instructor, reach out to some of these companies that have the VR machines and talk to them and find out, hey, how do we get one of these here? What's it cost?
Yep.
The unions can afford it, I promise. And especially if you can tell them, hey, imagine if they just had 50% of the simulators and 50% real machines.
Yeah.
Maybe your first year you're on simulators.
Yep.
You know, you've got to get good on the simulator so you can come in and make that machine talk to you.
I love that, especially in welding. Because the other part that you do learn in that booth is how to deal with the burns that actually land on you because it's hot. You're welding. You're doing molten metal.
We need to invent a machine where we can just shoot burns on the simulator. You're on a simulator, all of a sudden you get a burn. It's like, shoot.
We need a haptic suit.
You know?
Yep. That'll pinch you or something like in those spots.
No, I want
because you got to learn.
I want like my salt blaster.
To override your mind and keep that muscle where it's supposed to be to make that weld.
Because just because you got a burn doesn't mean you get to pull off.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now,
I think we invent that machine. You shoot them on the
reason
back.
we use weld caps
Yes.
because whenever it gets in that ear and you hear that wax start to sizzle, you almost break an arc every time. There's no
you can't
easy
stop
way
that.
to get out of that one.
Yeah.
So-
Down the back of the neck. That's another bad one.
Yeah.
Welding overhead.
Yeah, any of your creases where it holds, man, you build up some calluses.
And when you're a plumber, and I don't know how you simulate this, I have actually stuck my torch inside of my glove.
I know you've told me that story, man, and I'm just always like, how in the heck did you even do that?
I've had
It's like I can feel it. It's like
because I'm soldering here and I move my hand back and literally move my hand. Well, your hand's right here. You're not thinking about that torch.
Yep.
And you come back and that just right in it. And then I'm don't get me wrong, it came out quick. It came out real quick.
Super quick.
Because when you feel it together, it's like, wait, something ain't right.
Yep.
Yeah. Not good.
That's it. But guys, there's tons of software and equipment out there that you can actually add into your training. Get out there and do some research on it. And it's only going to get bigger and better and do more things. That's our future. It's going to be the norm. So start embracing it now.
And guys, look, it's the future. And if you can literally train these apprentices to be better by letting them play with stuff like that, and I say play, because in the beginning, that's what we look at it like. It's a game. It's a toy. No, that's putting you through it. And there's VR stuff for AC guys where literally, and we had it on a computer. It wasn't the goggle type, but literally it's like you walk up to a house and it says, where would you like to start?
Yep.
Well, let's go outside and look at the unit. No, don't you think you should look at the thermostat inside first to make sure the unit's on? I mean, a lot of different things like that. So really, it's pretty cool. All right, so let's get into specialty. And, we've got some good stuff to talk about because there's advanced techniques in roofing system installation. Roofs are huge, and especially this time of year because we had hailstorms lately.
That's it. We see a lot of them going on in the area right now. And that's why it's brought up, guys. Roofing is, like I was saying yesterday, if you didn't see it, one of the easiest trades to get into and start your own company, at least here in Texas for sure. Because you don't have to have a license or anything to start. You've got to have some experience. You've got to know what you're doing. And going out there and learning it It's great. And guess what? They're building robots that'll do it too.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you might be able to do it and just have a robot employee instead of a real one. Mm-hmm. So definitely kind of keep an eye on some of the things. And one of the biggest is incorporate solar into your roofing. Because there's shingles, nail-in shingles that are solar panels.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, we got to see that this year, and I was just like, oh my God, like, you just put nails in it. Like, yeah, there's certain spots, but that is so cool. It looks like a shingle, but it's not. It's solar. And also some green roofs. We pull that up a lot. I love seeing a bunch of greenery on top of roofs, especially commercial buildings, downtowns, and things that are always dark and gray anyway. Let's add some color down there. And also some enhanced waterproofing methods. Do your research, do your studying. If you are great at waterproofing things, more people recommend you to their friends, because I always hear the story. Man, I just got a roof, but I got this leak back here, and like they just got done. Mm-hmm. Be the best at it.
It's just like being a welder, being a plumber. If your stuff don't leak, you're good at it.
That's it.
I'm going to jump in the comments real quick. You can go ahead. Where's the one I saw? Ting Ting says, is that considered overscale? Yeah. If you're making more money than scale is, that is definitely overscale. And then Fix Electronics says, love you guys. Thank you for your time. We love what we get to do. We get to play with it. We get to have fun. And this is just cool stuff. I really do enjoy it. Can't build anything without the trades. That is so true. All the time. Matt McDonough says, okay, gentlemen, happy Friday. Gotta be a hero. Love you. Bye. Matthew, good to see you, brother. I hope everything is going well. Don't know if you're in Vegas or Phoenix or California or Texas, but you know what? Brother, keep doing what you do.
That's it. Keep heroing.
And then Patrick Ramirez says, build muscle memory and procedural skills. Guys, the
skills before consuming material.
The automated machines help you do that. But before you consume the materials, I know. But learning those systems and processes, learning how to do things right time and time and time again. If you can get it down on a VR machine, you can get it down in real life.
That's cool.
Make with Mike says, howdy do to y'all. I'm assuming Colton's changing that. I appreciate that very much. Says, have a great day. Howdy do to y'all. Have a great day, chat. It's Thursday, but treat it like a Friday. Yes, indeed. And then he says, crane and rigging VR simulation. I saw a lot of that this last week at Skills USA. Yes. Amazing. Trench safety. Hadn't even thought about trench safety for VR, but that makes sense. No, that's good.
Think of going through a VR of a collapse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You are definitely going to rethink trench safety for your future. Like, because that just scares me thinking about it. But to actually go through a VR and watch a wall fluff in on you, that would be eye-opening.
Mm-hmm. High voltage safety, lockout, tagout stuff, development available on the open market. There's so much out there. So, Patrick, Mike, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay, Make It with Mike's in Orlando, Florida, and said, yes, solar is good. The solar company ends up paying anew for the extra, extra power. That's true. Be. Yeah. Plus free electric bill. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's really nice. And Orlando. Good deal. Thank you, sir. All right. We're going to roll over into social media spotlight. And today we're talking about HVAC. And we're profiling HVACR videos on YouTube. Popular educational video, almost 200,000 subscribers. High impact content includes detailed troubleshooting videos and live repairs. Now they've got some very notable videos, troubleshooting walk-in coolers, which is a big problem, and HVAC condenser cleaning tips, each exceeding over 500,000 views. Now they're recognized for their clear instruction, practical tips, and thorough explanations. They're ideal for HVAC professionals seeking continual learning and practical skills. And there's so much to learn here. So why did you pick this one?
Yeah,
We've done that before.
we have. It's been a while. Almost 200,000 subs, getting so close, with over 61 million views. One of my favorites, though, is like we were talking the walk-in coolers, and this is why I brought this back. Is guys, it's real on the job things going on.
You bet.
Something I love to talk about. People love this. Come along with me. Let's get it fixed. Let's troubleshoot it. Let's go through the problems and the issues and figure out how to get it going. Here's the problems. Walk-in freezer's too warm. This is how you go through. He does a very good detailed guide. 44-minute video.
Yeah, almost a 45-minute video.
He is running you through the whole process and project. And that's something that I like to show is, guys, you don't have to be Roger to do this. Film some of the things that you do. If it's allowed at the company you work for, things like that. Make sure you're getting blessed to be able to do these things.
If it's not, buy the meta glasses.
That's it.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Never. And I saw a video of somebody's like hidden mic and they've got those glasses on. I started laughing. I'm like, yeah, we've thought about that. But you can't. The POV videos work a lot. We see a lot of drain cleaners, things like that. But when you're an installer, show off some of that work. Put some of those videos out. Release some shorts. Have some fun with it. And get out there and get on socials, guys. Because it's not just promoting your companies. It's also promoting you. As a worker, as an installer, as a plumber, electrician, whatever, show off the quality work that you do. You know, we were talking with Denver earlier. Show off the great work that you do. All of the companies at the union are going to want to have you on
bet.
their list of employees.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
So use it to promote you also, not just the things we do, but show off some of your best work. And I think that is one of the biggest things to take away from this is, it's nothing fancy, guys. It's real world stuff.
But that's what people want to see.
That's it.
That is really what people want to see. And Matt, don't know. Matt is in plumbing. I know that you're asking. Yeah, Matt's the plumber. We actually met him in Vegas. Went out and had dinner. Or invited him to lunch. He didn't eat. And yes, he is in the United States.
Yeah.
He's in Vegas, Phoenix, around in there. Guys, if you want to learn to do what we do, I do this on YouTube, and I started doing YouTube 7 years ago. If you want to learn how to do this, I created a free webinar because some people want to do it, but they tell me, Roger, I can't. And look, there's nothing wrong with getting on YouTube. What's wrong is the voice inside your head telling you that it won't work, because it will work. Look what it's done for me. And the first thing it did for me was help me grow my business to build it up. So if you want to learn to do that, but you think you can't, you think you don't have enough subscribers, enough followers, enough views, enough information, I teach people how to do that. But I created a free webinar to explain to people why they can do it. So if it's something you'd be interested in watching, go to www.justmattroger.com. And if you do, I'd love to hear from you and see what you think about it.
Everybody, we would like to thank Leak Pro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. They let us come in here, hang out, and talk trades for an hour, Monday through Fridays, except for major holidays, so we won't be here tomorrow. Sorry, guys. Y'all have a great
tomorrow
4th.
holiday?
It is. It's this thing called Independence Day. You gonna watch the movie? Yeah.
Go Will Smith.
That's it. Ready for the aliens to take over. But we do want to thank Leak Pro for sponsoring today's episode, where we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. I always suggest checking out the complete kit at www.leak-pro.com. And if you're not familiar with leak detection yet and you want to add it, you're tired of waiting on leak detection guys and losing jobs to leak detection people because they're all getting a master plumber to put their number on their van so they can do repairs, give me a call. I do a 2-day in-person training, and I will teach you everything you need to know about leak detection, from locating the lines to pinpoint locating the leaks. Give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. Make my phone ring, just like we'll teach you how to get yours ringing in your area for leak detection services.
Yes, indeed. It's good stuff.
It is.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay focused for the rest of the day. It is important. If you enjoy this show, share it with some of your friends so that they know what we get to do here, because we want to spread the word even more.
Yes, we do. Guys, thank you for being here. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. If this was your first time, I hope we see you again. We'll be back Monday. Whatever you do out there today, do it safe and have fun.
Everybody have a good weekend. Get out there and hit it effing hard because you know we will. Bye, guys. Happy 4th.
See y'all.